SVJETSKO je objavio jedan predobar video gdje je objasnio kako je Buga uspio vinati Fortnite World Cup. Video se zove After 4 Years, znači nisam znao šta se događa u videu. Kad sam kliknuo na video, počela me hvatati nostalgija, tako da sam odlučio napraviti reakciju na ovaj video.
4 years ago, a Fortnite player no one had heard of won $3 million in the first Fortnite
prije
World
4 godine, lik za kojeg nitko nije znao je vinao Fortnite World Cup. Da vidimo što će SVJETSKO reći. Tu sam stao i sad, znači, prava reakcija. Buga je tad imao 16 godina, znači brutalno, da lucky landing.
But his first of many big problems showed up. Someone is contesting him.
Kad je bio World Cup, ja sam bio žešći bot. Ali sam igrao kvalifikacije, naravno.
Because every player
Znamo
is
svi
in
kako
the
je to
Arthur
završilo.
Ashe Stadium in New York City. The 100 best players from every region around the world
Kako je ovo
competed to
brutalno je
qualify,
vidjeti.
and it
Mongrel
was a
Fortnite igra,
grueling
Isuse,
qualification
Benji
process.
Fishy.
If you got the spot, you were
No
guaranteed
way.
$50,000
Znači
just
samo
for being
ako ste
there.
se kvalificirali dobili
Now
ste
back to Buga.
$50,000.
He's looting up, and
Brutalno.
little does he know, this one chest he's about to open is literally going to change
Ne,
his
Fortnite mora
entire
vratiti takav
Fortnite
turnir.
career. And by
Mora
the
to
way, guys,
vratiti,
let's
to je
listen to
brutalna
Buga
stvar.
talk about this chest, because for this video we actually found his entire World Cup analysis, and we're going to be able to hear his thought process throughout the entire thing.
I think I got it out of the chest. Yeah. Oh,
Heavy sniper, okay.
The purple
Sjećam se
heavy
toga.
sniper. And you're going to see
Znači
exactly
ja sam
why that
pratio
heavy
taj
sniper blessed him
World
in
Cup
this
ko
first
ništa.
game, and we're going to break down all these small little details that you might have
Svaki
missed or
stream,
don't
sve,
know
sve,
about,
sve sam
because these
pratio.
6 games are
I solo,
truly an
i
incredible
duo,
story. But it's
i
not going to be
creative sam
incredible if
pratio
Buga
isto.
dies off spawn.
And then look, dude, this kid zones like cross map. This kid runs over because he wants to alpha up Lucky, and I'm like, da di da di da. Like I'm chilling. I'm like, whoa, there's a kid on me.
He's getting pushed early, and he only has a drum.
How am I gonna fight this kid?
Oh, he's throwing
Oh,
stinks on him
nice,
too,
okay.
and he's got a gold combat shock, and this kid got some
Znači,
really
ali
good
tad su
loot.
svi koji su igrali bili kidovi. Dobro, nisu svi, ali većina su bili kidovi. Ako znači Tifu nije kid, mislim tad
After
je
getting
imao možda
harassed
koliko
for
20
essentially
godina.
no reason,
Tak
Buga and
neka je, nemam
Snizzy
pojma.
back off. But
Znači,
Buga
svi
does
su bili
have
kidovi
one
većinom.
shot to hit, potentially the snipe of his life. Got the heavy sniper in hand. He's looking for Snazzy through the window, and he misses.
Malo ga hvata, trema tu, mislim, nije baš siguran jer ima drum shotgun, a znam da nije najbolji weapon za fajtanje.
He's trying to farm up in the outskirts, but watch what happens here.
Alright, so here I was like, holy shit, I'm screwed. I'm like, let me get something from this chest.
What's he gonna get from this chest? A slurp. That's
What do
actually
I
not
drop?
bad.
I can't drop anything.
He's gonna have to pop it though, and then just
Oh my
start
god,
moving.
guys, I was debating on dropping the heavy sniper for the slurp.
Oh, that would have been a big mistake.
You guys imagine? And then I was like, nah, this is my win condition. I thought of the heavy sniper. I'm like, nah, this is a win condition. I can't do anything without this.
And now he has to rotate north because the zone pulled really far away from Lucky Landing, and there's still 91 players alive.
Isuse kako je tad
Okay, so he's
mapa
slowly
izgledala.
rotating in, looking around so that no one can catch him off
Ne, ovo mi je,
guard,
znači, ovo
and
mi je
eventually
prefora.
he makes the decision that he needs to play a little more aggressive.
And then I'm like, all right, I got to get to center zone. Me sitting
Da
here is
vidimo,
going to do
okay.
nothing. I'm like, zone's just going to pull more center, and I'm just going to die. So I'm like, all right, this kind of looks like a free rotate. And then I see all the 4 bases around me. I'm like, oh my god. Right here, I'm like, I'm dead. I was like, there's
Pazi ovo,
nothing I can
AK
do.
drum shotgun,
And keep in mind, right now
CV
he only
i
has
Epic
500 materials,
heavy
and some of the
sniper.
players
Znači
around
Epic
him
heavy
have
sniper ga
thousands.
mora
He's also down
spasiti.
to
Neki snipe shot
153 health,
200 i to je
and
to.
he only has minis, but keep in mind, he does have the
I još
heavy
nema
sniper, and
damage
that might
dosta.
make all the difference.
I was like, right
Oh.
here, I was like, all right, I just need to jump in someone's box.
So he's chilling in his box, looking for an opportunity when he sees a player gliding in from the slipstream and making a box. That's when Buga hit maybe one of the biggest snipes in Fortnite competitive history.
Čekaj, to je sniper
This was
bilo.
like the most crucial part of the game. This kid goes up to the wall. I hit him with it. Boom.
Okay.
MQ. Oh my god, I saw a launch pad there. I'm like,
Ali nije...
He's in shambles right now.
Headshot
and he
bio, nema
knows he
veze, ali
needs
ipak je
that
kill,
loot
kill.
if he wants to turn this game around. And now he's contemplating, should I go contest the launch pad, potentially get shot at?
so I'm sitting here. I realize he still hasn't got the pad.
We decided to make this run right here. He's on his way. No one has shot him yet. He hears some shots. Luckily, they do not connect. He full boxes, and now he's down to only 200 wood and 40 brick.
He dropped down. Right here, I was really scared. I was like, dude, what? I was just...
Da, sad ako si u takvoj situaciji, svašta se može dogoditi.
I was kind of just waiting for zone. Zone plays far. I'm like, oh my god.
Zone pulls far away. He's still looking for that launch pad underneath the
Kako
builds.
ovo brutalno izgleda, ljudi. Znači, napišite mi u komentare što mislite o OG Fortnite. Ovo je bilo brutalno. Možda se ove godine vrati svjetsko prvenstvo, jer znate, na primjer, u nogometu je svjetsko prvenstvo svake 4 godine. Možda će Fortnite izmisliti nešto slično, možda ne, nemam pojma, ali... What? Aha, ali ja mislim da se svjetsko prvenstvo mora vratiti. Znači, mora se vratiti.
Another player is contesting for the loot.
A baš nema sreće, znači lik boji dva snajpa i lik mu uzme loot, baš bez veze.
If you guys haven't seen this, I make a power play. I'm like, alright bro, don't shoot me, like, you know we both gotta get in, like, come on.
He's been robbed twice, but at least now he's in somewhat of a better position. But he still has to pull off some miraculous plays to actually win this game. I mean, look, he has a gray drum shotgun, a gray AK, and only a heavy sniper with some minis, and not a lot of materials.
I ran this kid because he has a minigun, and currently I am...
Finally, Booga catches his first bit of actual decent luck.
Znači, još ima puno ljudi.
I hear this kid die, right? I'm like, oh my god. Gift from God right here, dude. Holy.
After hitting both those snipes, this is so deserved. Max metal, a purple combat shotgun, a green AR. This is exactly what he needed.
Now I'm feeling confident, boys. 500 metal. I have impulses. I can get to the zone with one impulse. I'm thinking, I'm like, let's go. So hyped right now. I'm like, dude, I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing this back.
He's making his way in the zone, and guys, just a reminder about how stacked this tournament was.
Above damage, okay.
Like Benji Fisher, Mr. Savage, Clicks, Bucky, Epic Whale. Everyone was flown out from all around the world.
Oh my god,
this might be the most stacked and competitive lobby in Fortnite history.
Didn't get zoned. And now I'm thinking, like, where am I going to get my mats from? What's the play I'm going to make here? I need to do something, you know? Something crazy.
Now he's waiting for zone, and unfortunately he doesn't get the circle, and here's where he makes his power play that he was talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess it worked. Check this out, chat. You're about to see a power play.
Power play, da vidimo power play.
I combat that kid. I'm like, oh, 34 mats. I'm getting in. I got in on this kid.
He completely dodges that trap too.
Jumped in on this
He
kid's
just decides to jump into that guy's box because he was down to his last 30 materials.
GG.
Watch everything I get from this player. This guy was chilling. I'm like, pop the minis. Give me my shadows.
Oh, those shadows are going to be very important as well.
I have 6 shockwaves. I'm like, bro, these shadows, like, I kind of need them. And I'm just looking at my inventory. I'm thinking, I'm like, I don't know.
And now, after using the heavy sniper to make it this far, he's going to make the decision to drop it for more mobility. And this ends up being the right decision.
I believe I dropped heavy sniper after this, I think.
He's about to rotate his zone, but another player is fighting right near him.
All right. No, I didn't get zoned. Didn't get zoned, guys. I was so mad I didn't get this kill. I was like, bro, but I got more loot from it, so.
He gets a huge refresh, and now it's time to rotate.
Ima dobre mace, sad je chill.
Alright, I'm pretty sure shockwave.
Kako mi fali taj Fortnite competitive.
So he shockwaves into zone, and guys, look at this end game.
Ima sad turnira, ali ne igram.
So much talent in one small circle.
Pinga retardiranoga.
He's looking for an opportunity.
Sad sve kar ima veze s Fortniteom radim ujutro kad mi je dobar internet, a na večer uopće ne mogu igrati. Imam preko 150 pinga, ona mi se ne isplati, ali čekam optiku da dođe i onda kreću live streamove. Kako brutalno ovo izgleda, Isuse daj. Bowleri, okay?
Guys, he's tarping in effortlessly, making very few mistakes, and this was literally 4 years ago. A lot of players these days can't even build like this.
Didn't get zoned again.
To je istina, puno ljudi još ne može tako buildati kako je on buildao tad. To je istina.
And he does need to chill because the
format of
this tournament heavily
sad ima i puno bolje ljudi.
You only get 1 point per elimination, but you get a lot more points for staying alive and winning the game.
Like Chad, if you looked at the start of this game and predicted that I would have won it, it's like so.
Kad
I don't
je
know.
turnir i ako dobivaš puno bodova na placementu, onda se ne isplati uvijek samo rašati.
And this kid, I just in the head, boom.
Kakav play. Velik shito.
Low boom. I think I heard some cheering here. I was hype. I was feeling it. And I think King started going off here too, so.
Okay, malo
King
tryhard.
is another big player to look out for. He was one of the best players in the World Cup, and we'll talk more about him later.
Here it is, the shadow bomb for rotation. He's still got 2 more in his inventory, which this late in the game is huge. He does have 3 shockwave grenades as well.
Okay.
He's also really good at understanding layer management. He understands which layer is good and where he needs to go to be uncontested.
Let's get up a layer. Play it safe. Play it safe. Get above this kid.
Now it's a top 7 situation, and he uses the shadow bomb. This is where the game completely gets crazy for him.
Okay, I shadow here. I go all the way low ground. Look, my movement's terrible with shadows here. I'm not sure if I'm nervous or I'm just playing weird. I drop low. Crack that kid once. Clicks. Later.
Clicks goes down right
there. Click on your clicks well, prije.
He's got 5 players remaining. He's on the ultimate
level.
Right
Sad znači taka promjena.
He's playing very smart. He only has 180 wood left. So he uses his last shadow bomb right here, but he still has 3 shockwaves, which are going to be extremely useful for the final fight. He catches his player coming out of the box, catches him off guard. There's a refresh right there. Not a lot of materials. And then this other player jumps into his box, and honestly, this got really scrappy, but Buga hit the important shots. So it's a 1v1 situation right now. Buga's down to his last 180 mats. He has shockwaves. Pressure is coming from the high ground. He knows what he has to do if he wants to come out on top. He doesn't want this to come down to a heel off. He shockwaves up, shoots, hits a couple of shots. He's in the storm right now. He's going to drop down in the box, the edit, and the shot.
Bam, kill, okay. Pazi ovu atmosferu, gledaj ovo, kako brutalno.
Buga wins game 1 of the Fortnite World Cup, putting him at 19 points, with everyone else being at the 0 to 10 point range. But that was only one game. There are still 5 games left, and a 9-point lead is barely anything. He needs to continue to play well, or other players will catch up. And fortunately, that is exactly what happens. He starts his early game normally and notices there's a supply drop near Lucky Landing. He was feeling confident and aggressive and decides to go for it, but there was 3 other players also contesting him.
OG fightovi, kako je to izgledalo prije.
But unfortunately, after an extended fight, Buga gets caught with his pickaxe out, and someone edits and one pumps him.
Buga eliminated to start off this game in 90th place.
Now all the momentum he had was gone.
Malo bez veze, ali
0 points in the second game, leaving an opening for another player to take over. And that's exactly what Brazilian player King ended up doing.
He might have the high ground. Oh my gosh. They're both in and out of ballers class. Looks like he might be looking for a campfire in the middle of it.
Znači sad King wina koju sam skušao, okay.
King was one of the 7 players who qualified from Brazil, and he was absolutely dominating with a very aggressive playstyle. He knew everybody was nervous, and he just didn't care. He ended up taking every single fight, and unfortunately he only placed 18th place, but that's still a decent amount of placement points, and now he's only 1 point behind Buga.
Znači Buga je bio i prvi nakon drugog gema kad nije imao 0 kilova, kad nije dobio 0 poena. To je onda dobro.
Going into game 3, the mental challenge that Buga had to go through must have been tough. But Buga ended up showing why he's in a complete elite class amongst all these competitors, because he didn't let it affect him. He's going through his normal loot path when he got some amazing news. His biggest competitor, King, took an early game fight and died off spawn. Now, in game 3, it's his chance to take back the throne. He ended up getting great loot, moving through the zones very well, and finding an elite spot in the 50-50 zone.
Krepao treći game kao Buga drugi.
On people rotating.
Okay.
Every single point matters. He ends up getting a lot of placement points just for being alive in this top 25, and he ends up dropping down on a player underneath his box.
Buga does get another one. That's Kinzo
Unfortunately, after that fight, he was in a tough spot because another player ended up dropping in on him and taking him out.
We're about to get into the top 10 here, Monster.
Look at last we saw. He does get taken
Ako
out
bez
right
veze, ali nema
there.
veze, i dalje je
Unfortunately,
prvi.
it's Peter Pan.
But with 2 eliminations and a top 15
Daj, dalje je
finish,
prvi,
he ends up
26
racking
poena.
a decent amount of points.
Dubs.
Now he has a 6
Treći,
point
okay.
lead on second place. But we still have an entire half of the tournament to play, and that 6 points on its own is not enough. Now, game 4. He ends up landing Lucky Landing, but this time he doesn't get as much loot as game 3, but he does end up looting a flint-knock pistol.
Ali Epic tak ima, tak da chilla realno. Dobro. Nije bil tak dobra weapon. Epic tak onda jer je bil kombat, ali ipak. Kombat je bil brutalan, onda sad kaj god napravio s pumpom. Ne bude ni, doslovno nikad ne bude bolje od onoga OG pumpa kada je davao one shot. Bolji pump ne vredi napraviti. Mislim moraju, to jest mogu, ali ne isplati se jer sad ljudi imaju previše, imaju puno bolji skill nego prije i onda se ne bi isplatilo da weapon daje jako puno. A prije je weapon davao jako puno jer su ljudi ne baš bili tako jako skillani pa onda da ih spase su radili takve weapone. Ali brutalno.
He's rotating right now when he ends up dropping into this guy's box, hitting a clutch shot.
Savage, okay.
Top 6, more materials. He's rotating. He's on the low ground. Kills
Bizzle,
another player.
Okay.
And now he's in a top
Savage,
situation against Mongrel and Sam.
I Mongrel ga je šito. Nema veze, ali dalje je opet prvi.
Sam in the end. But in my opinion, Game 4 is one of the most clutch matches he played because he literally went from having absolutely nothing, nearly dying the storm, to making it all the way to the top 3. But his lead isn't too far ahead of Sam. Sam is a veteran gamer who knows how to clutch and get points and play the meta to a perfection. He's the oldest competitor in the World Cup, but his game IQ is insane. He knows how to clutch and make plays, and he is right behind Bugha's tail. Now he's going into game 5, so he lands Lucky Landing again. Gets decent mobility, some good mats, but his guns are looking a little weak. Great attack and a great 8K. This time though, Sam and King are still alive going into the end game, so Bugha needs to stay alive and get some more points. Unfortunately though, he gets cut off here while trying to rotate into the circle.
Malo zjednuta situacija, još ga lik raša u zone.
This random kid decides to stop Bugha here and tries to kill his momentum. But Bugha ends up playing passive and ends up even emoting on him in the World Cup. Which, by the way, this move right here would not be legal in today's competitive scene.
What?
No dance battle for me today. I'll
the
back
dance seems
Ček,
to have
ne smiješ emotati.
backs up, Bugha ends up launching into the zone. Again, he's placed perfectly in zone here and gets a very important kill on this baller that was rolling around. And yes, back then there were ballers and this was the meta mobility during the World Cup. And now once again, Bugha's in the end game. He shadow bombs out of his box. He has limited materials and
tad
health.
su shadow bombe bile
Really
brutalna stvar. Znači brutalna stvar su bile shadow bombe. VTS Bugha je još bilo onda. To je tako
He gets
OG.
top 25, shadow bombs out of his box, starts hopping around, ends up using the last bit of his materials to box up, and now he's just going to use his box fighting skills to do this.
Pazi pump kak izgleda.
Drops down, steals that elimination, gets both of them.
What are you doing? 2 elims come in. He's
You can hear the energy from the crowd. He has a lot of materials now, a lot of heals. And guys, look at these mechanics. You can't tell me he's not the best player in this lobby. Look how fast he's building all the way back in 2019. Even when he has no mats, no materials, no heals, he is miraculously making these clutch plays consistently and willing himself into the win.
5 players left. He is sitting in one of the best spots I think he could have possibly imagined. Creo picking up an elimination.
Pika, Creo, Bugha, ovo ne znam koja je. Pieces, nemam pojma koja je taj lik Pieces, ali ovo se
He
tu.
gets dropped right here and taken out, but not before securing a top 5 finish in game 5.
Sve jedno mu jer znam da je na prvom mjestu.
Jesus finds that elimination. Creo gets the final one, and game 5 goes to Creo.
And the player Booga beat in game 1, Creo, ends up winning game 5, putting him in 3rd place with 30 points, Sam at 32, and Booga with an impressive 47 points. But if Booga dies early in the final game and Sam or Creo pop off, Booga will lose the tournament, going from a first place $3 million finish to a second place $1.8 million, losing out on $1.2 million. So the entire world of Fortnite was watching this kid fly down into Game 6 of the Fortnite World Cup. But so was the entire tournament. Anyone who wanted to win would try to make a last-minute drop on Booga to try to make a hero play and shake up the tournament.
Looking around, because this is my thoughts.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ljudi ga prate.
Someone's gonna grief me. It's last game and I want to win.
But as Booga was dropping into his final
2, 3,
game,
4,
he saw
5
something.
ljudi.
I'm like, what's that?
Call it a gift from Donald Mustard. Booga saw the Fortnite logo. A llama. So with everything on the line in the final game, Booga decided to change his drop spot, and this obviously ended up being a huge play. This would also throw off anyone who was trying to land on him in the final match. He looks at this area that he has never landed at before, and ends up rotating to the llama to get all the materials that he's going to need for this entire game.
Ovo je bolesno, znači
Booga spots 2 players fighting in the distance.
Tu lama se nije kretala.
Snipe shots or third party, he ends up deciding to run away and move to center zone. The worst thing he can do right now is die early and let someone steal this from him. He's very careful, rotating all the way into the zone, and eventually uses the slipstream. He ends up going all the way to the center, and because he's in the middle, he ends up getting zoned a bunch of times. And this is where this narrative started, where people were saying Booga was getting very lucky. But that's not the case. In game 1, he did not get the zone, and we've seen him clutch and win games with the zone pulling far from lucky landing. He's just doing a really good job staying center zone, and that's something a lot of the players in this tournament were not doing.
Tifu.
Consistency so key, and Booga has embodied that today.
Tifu više ne live streama, bavi se YouTubeom, znači odlučio je maknuti se u svojih mreža.
Sam is not letting up. He's getting eliminations and he knows he's right on Booga's tail.
Ali ne znači da se neće vratiti.
He's made it to the half zone, but there's still 50 players alive and Sam is hunting for more kills.
He's still 15 behind, Ben.
Zeznuti je, ali Booga je bolji.
There it is. That was the deciding moment. A player, Zate, jumped into Sam's box and took him out. And now everybody knows that no one is going to be able to catch Booga. Again, Booga with no builds and nothing to his name decides to do another insane
52 poena ima.
He sees this player next to him. He ends up taking the wall, editing open, there's the refresh that he needed, and now he's going to be rotating in.
Epic Whale ubija Mongrova, znači
he knows Sam died, and he's going to put on a clinic against all these players. He has this guy weak. He's out of mats again. He knows he has to rotate out. He catches him on the rotation. More materials. Going for the high ground. Baller in his box. Puts down the trap. That baller gets out. Complete chaos. The final game of the World Cup. Still 20 players running around. He's in a top 10 situation, but he's only down to 9 builds. You can see him smiling right now. The camera crew behind him. The moment that he's been working for, but he still wants to finish strong. He has no mats remaining, and he's going to drop down on the low ground. He sees some players below him. He takes a couple shots, but with nothing left, he ends up dropping and picking up his final elimination. Pure and utter chaos breaks out. But Booga leaves no doubt that he is the World Cup champion.
Da zamisli, izgubiš i još si plješćeš. Kako brutalno.
Ladies and gentlemen, Booga wins the World Cup, earns $3 million, holds up the trophy, goes on Jimmy Fallon, and ends up solidifying himself as a Fortnite icon. Guys, thank you guys so much for watching.
Kako brutalan video, ljudi. Napišite mi komentare što mislite, hoće li se vratiti Fortnite World Cup ove godine, ili to jest druge, ili neće. Znači ja mislim da mora se vratiti nekad, ne može biti samo jedan World Cup champion, mora i biti više, a kad se vrati, hvala na subu, ko se subo da vidim. Hvala na subu. A kad se vrati, onda igramo kvalifikacije na live streamu i kvalificiramo se za World Cup. A do tada obavezno bacite like, bacite subscribe, podijelite kanal sa prijateljima i vidimo se u sljedećem videu.